Hi, I am Vinay Krishna, founder and CEO of LedgerMail. Today I am going to talk about world's first secured email service on blockchain, LedgerMail, which is a secured email service for enterprises. Are you prepared for a cyber crisis, or you are waiting for a cyber crisis to happen at your end? One of the common questions what we get from the enterprises that nowadays we are not sharing sensitive information through email. In that case, do we really require this LedgerMail kind of solution? The answer is, if you look at, all of your employees will have some kind of email. And if that email ID is there, that means it's giving them an exposure to outside, and even they can communicate to outside people as well. What does it mean? If I am having an email ID, I can be having an ability to send an email to anyone outside who is having that email IDs, or if my email ID is exposed to outside, they will be able to send an email to me. In both the case, there is a chance where any kind of information will get compromised, and it may be possible all of your employees will not require any kind of outside communication. So there could be some of the people, maybe like sales and marketing team, finance, procurement team, or any such kind of people who requires some external communication. But all your employees who are like just for your internal groups, and when they are going to discuss among them, they are using those email IDs for sending those information. So what we are doing is, we are giving them an opportunity to getting exposed outside, and that's the reason, even though you are not sharing any sensitive information, you are giving them a platform where they can do that. So email security, most of the organization, when they adopt, it is on the top of your current email system, and current email system does not support any kind of encryption. Though we feel like on the transit the data will be secured, but on the server it will be completely unsecured. The another thing is, for your communications like closed loop communication, it's not giving you that much security what a LedgerMail can provide you, because it never allow you to interact with anybody outside and who is not part of your LedgerMail ecosystem. I understand, but how many employees will actually require to interact with the clients or the vendors? There could be some, but not all. So what is the case in your enterprise? If you are finding most of them has to interact outside, then yes, of course you can think about that, though there is some alternative solution as well. But let's look at the first scenarios where there are some employees who needs to interact outside. Yes, of course they can do that with the current email system. But for all those employees who does not require any kind of external communication, or most of the time they will not require, then why we are using this kind of email system which is completely vulnerable? So if you look at current email system, that is based upon some of the traditional email protocols like SMTP, DKIM, or you can look at like a TLS also has been used. But SMTP, if you look at, it only supports plain text. If you look at TLS, it only encrypt connection. That means on the transit it will be getting encrypted, but not the payload data. So ultimately your emails, text or information attachments are not secured at all. So when we are talking about LedgerMail, we are not using any of the existing email protocols, and we have built a new set of communication protocols on blockchain, which makes you more secure. Why? Because it gives you military grade of encryption. We are using AES 256 encryption mechanism which is asymmetric. That means only the sender and receiver can be able to view those information. But at the same time, for enterprises, there is one more layer of encryption happens from the admin layer, and that way you are able to make the information more and more secure. One more point which I would like to highlight here, that even though suppose your system is secured, your enterprise is secured, network, firewall, everything, right, whatever you are doing it. But do you think if you are using Outlook, if you are using Gmail or any other email service for your enterprise email solution, they are not able to read your email? If you are thinking that way, you are wrong. They are able to read your emails. The system is able to read the emails, and that is something which is giving us a big threat, because there could be lots of sensitive information. So you have to think, do you able to protect with your current solution at the organization level? Do you able to protect your people, data on email, your IP, your internal communications? If not, this is the time you should go for LedgerMail.